A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
Did Adolf Hitler have Jewish roots? The claim that Vladimir Lavrov, Volodymyr Zelensky, and Adolf Hitler had Jewish roots has been widely debated.
The Russian foreign minister has denied any Jewish ties to the German leader and has denounced the use of the Holocaust as a political tool. Yet, some have doubted Lavrov's claims and the significance of his words.
Vladimir Lavrov, Russia's foreign minister, Vladimir Lavrov, is under fire from Jewish groups for making remarks about Adolf Hitler's Jewish ancestry.
He has been quoted as saying that the biggest anti-Semites in history are Jews. But the German government's anti-Semitism commissioner, Felix Klein, has denounced the remarks.
Moreover, Lavrov said that such comments should not be allowed to be used as political tools. The remarks have caused controversy in Israel, which has a large Russian population.
Israel has been accused by some critics of not taking a strong stance with Russia over the Ukraine conflict, but Lavrov's comments have sparked anger. The Russian foreign minister should retract his comments if he believes that the statements are true.
The claim came to light when Otto Frank wrote a memoir in 1953. He said that Hitler had asked him to investigate rumors about Hitler's Jewish heritage.
According to Frank, he had discovered evidence of Hitler's Jewish ancestry and that he had been baptized in a Jewish family. While this claim has gained ground with conspiracy theorists, mainstream historians are wary of it.
Despite these criticisms, the claims are not without merit. Golan's remarks are a reaction to the Russian government's stance against Israel and the Ukraine, which both accuse their governments of Nazism.
Golan, in his letter, called Lavrov's statements absurd propaganda. Earlier, Zelensky met with Pelosi in Kyiv.
He called it a strong signal of support, and later said that they discussed defense supplies to Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky.
A recent statement by Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov made headlines around the world after it suggested that Nazi leader Adolf Hitler had Jewish roots. Israel called the remarks outrageous, grave, and a historical mistake.
As Zelensky has stated, Jews did not commit mass murder during the Holocaust. Further, the accusation of a Jewish past is the lowest form of racism against Jews.
Moreover, Israel's foreign ministry summoned the Russian ambassador to request clarifications. Did Adolf Hitler have Jewish origins? In an interview with Italian television, Lavrov claimed that Hitler was Jewish.
The claim has caused outrage, and Lavrov has since been rebuked for it. The president of the Ukrainian National Assembly, Volodymyr Zelensky, is Jewish.
He argues that Lavrov's claim is based on false history. In an interview with Italian television station Mediaset, Lavrov referred to the alleged Jewish ancestry of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
In fact, Lavrov also claimed that Adolf Hitler had Jewish roots, and he also had Jewish blood. However, Israel's Prime Minister Naftali Bennett condemned Lavrov's comments, and defended the Ukrainian president.
The statements of Lavrov and his minister have been condemned as untrue by historians. The Holocaust was the most horrific period in history, and it has a dark history.
Moscow's claim that the Nazi ancestor of Ukraine had Jewish roots is a pretext to invade a democratic nation. Did Adolf Hitler have Jewish blood? The answer is no.
The claim has been debunked many times, but it is a popular anti-Semitic myth that aims to cast Jews as the perpetrators of the Holocaust. There are numerous false claims behind this myth.
For example, one conspiracy theory suggests that Hitler's grandfather, Alois, was Jewish. However, this theory has been proved false by the fact that the illegitimate child was born to a Catholic mother.
Adolf Hitler. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has made a controversial statement claiming that Adolf Hitler was Jewish.
The remarks were made in an attempt to defend the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Israel and Russia have a close cooperation, and Lavrov's comments have been criticized.
The comments came a few days after the Jewish holiday of Yom HaShoah, which Israel observes as the Holocaust Memorial Day. On Sunday, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that he thought Adolf Hitler had Jewish roots.
The statement has been condemned as a blatant historical error. Lavrov also said that the Holocaust was the fault of the Jews themselves.
This statement is particularly troubling as it raises a number of issues, including the fact that Zelensky is Jewish in the past. It has been reported that some Ukrainian military units have pro-Nazi ideologies.
In an interview with Israeli media, Lavrov also broached the subject of Hitler's Jewish ancestry. Some journalists have even claimed that Hitler was Jewish.
In fact, his mother had a Jewish grandfather and grandmother, and they paid child support to their son. But there is no evidence to support this rumor.
In response, Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid said that Lavrov's remarks were unacceptable and called for an apology from Moscow. Israel has an uneasy alliance with Russia and has also been a peace mediator.
Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid also condemned the remarks and summoned the Russian ambassador to Israel for tough talk. Jewish roots of Adolf Hitler.
A Russian politician has ignited controversy in Israel after he repeated a claim that the late Nazi leader had Jewish ancestry. However, there are many reasons to doubt the claim, which is based on multiple falsehoods.
According to one theory, Hitler was born of Jewish parents, whereas the other theory claims that Hitler was a Catholic. Even though Hitler was born of a Jewish family, there is no evidence to back this claim.
According to the Russian foreign minister, the Nazi leader was Jewish and organized a genocide against the Jews. This claim has drawn widespread condemnation and outrage from the international community.
Many Jewish leaders have accused the Kremlin of using the Holocaust as a political tool, but Lavrov insists that it was not. Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett has condemned Lavrov's comments.
Israel and Russia accused each other of supporting neo-Nazis in Ukraine. Both Russia and Israel have demanded that Sergei Lavrov apologize for his remarks on the racial background of the Nazi leader.
Lavrov's remarks were condemned by the Foreign Ministry of Israel, which called them unforgivable. Zelensky, who is a Jew, also accused Russia of forgetting the lessons of World War II.
Israel has condemned the use of the Holocaust for political purposes and has summoned the Russian ambassador to demand an apology. Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid has accused Lavrov of making a terrible historical error by claiming that Adolf Hitler had Jewish ancestry.
Netanyahu has also condemned the accusation of Jews of being anti-Semitic, calling it base-level racism. Israel's response to Russia's anti-Semitic comments.
The rift between Israel and Russia reached new heights on Tuesday, when Moscow accused the Israeli government of backing the neo-Nazi regime in Ukraine. A statement made by the Russian foreign minister that Adolf Hitler was half Jewish sparked outrage and led to a diplomatic spat between the two countries.
In response, Israel summoned the Russian ambassador, demanding an explanation. Israel and Russia are already cooperating in the Middle East, but the comments came at the wrong time.
The foreign ministry summoned Russia's ambassador to Israel and demanded an apology from Russia. The Russian government has been critical of Israel since its invasion of Ukraine, but Israel has largely avoided a showdown, despite the escalating tensions in the region.
Since Russia has a large military presence in Syria, Israel has often coordinated with it when attacking targets there. In addition, Israel has concerns about the fallout for Russian Jews.
The Russian ambassador did not respond to a request for comment. Earlier, Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid had a tough talk with his Russian counterpart, and stressed that blaming Jews for the Holocaust is unforgivable.
But if Lapid's grandfather was murdered in Mothsin by a Jewish man, that's just ridiculous. The president of Israel's parliament has expressed concern about Lavrov's remarks.
The Russian foreign minister has repeatedly said that anti-Semitic comments should never be tolerated in a democratic society. Nonetheless, Lavrov's remarks are unacceptable.
Besides being offensive, Lavrov's comments have a long history of inciting hatred. In addition to criticizing the Holocaust, Lavrov's comments are also anti-Semitic.